If every ultimate is temporary, then nothing can save you. No relationship, no career, no practice, no identity, no realization. The ego wants salvation. This sentence denies it. So the ego calls it depressing, dangerous, or meaningless. It's neither. It's clean. If every ultimate is temporary, then nothing can save you. You have spent your entire life searching for an endpoint: a woman, a six pack, a crore in the bank, a company, enlightenment, peace. You think one of these will finally end the search. The mind lives on this promise: one more thing, and then I'll arrive. But tell me, where are the people who thought marriage would save them? Where are the people who thought becoming CEOs would save them? Where are the monks who believed enlightenment would permanently erase every disturbance? Everything changes. Every peak becomes ordinary. Every victory becomes yesterday's news. Every identity eventually cracks. Even the body carrying your greatest achievements is temporary. So, what exactly are you expecting to save you? No relationship. The ego says, if she loves me forever, I'll finally be enough. No. A relationship can be beautiful, it can transform you, it can deepen your life, but it cannot remove the one who constantly asks for more. You don't suffer because you are alone, you suffer because the seeker survives inside every relationship. No career. You think once I become successful, respected, wealthy, I'll finally relax. Look carefully. Every promotion creates another mountain. Every business creates another problem. Every success invents another fear. Now you fear losing what you built. Success does not end fear, it often upgrades it. No practice. Meditation, gym, running, journaling, cold showers, reading philosophy. These are beautiful practices, but if you secretly use them as insurance, if I meditate enough, life won't hurt me, then you have turned truth into another transaction. The practice is not the present, the motive is. No identity. I am disciplined, I am spiritual, I am an entrepreneur, I am a founder, I am different. Every identity becomes a cage. The moment you become someone, you begin protecting that someone. Now life is no longer being lived, it is being defended. No realization. This shocks spiritual people the most. The ego says, fine, money won't save me, love won't save me, enlightenment will. So enlightenment becomes the newest possession, the newest achievement, the newest identity. The ego has simply changed clothes. It still survives. The ego wants salvation. Notice what the ego always asks: how do I permanently become fearless? How do I permanently become peaceful? How do I permanently become confident? Permanent, permanent, permanent. The ego is obsessed with forever. It cannot tolerate uncertainty. It wants a guarantee. It wants existence to sign a contract. Life signs no contracts. This sentence denies it. The sentence quietly whispers, there is no permanent refuge. Not because life is cruel, because life moves. Everything moves. Trying to freeze movement is suffering. Trying to own what cannot be owned is suffering. Trying to become permanently complete is suffering. So the ego calls it depressing, dangerous, or meaningless. Why? Because if nothing can permanently save you, then the ego loses its greatest business model. It has been selling hope your entire life. Buy this achievement, buy this identity, buy this philosophy, buy this future. The sentence burns down the shop. The ego panics. It says, don't listen to this, it's negative. No, it simply leaves the ego unemployed. It's neither. Truth has no interest in motivating you, nor in depressing you. It simply describes what is. Rain does not try to inspire you, fire does not try to comfort you. Truth does neither. It's clean. Clean means nothing extra. No promises, no fantasy, no spiritual marketing, no psychological anesthesia. Just this. Everything changes, everything ends, everything moves. Stop asking life to become permanent. When you stop demanding permanence, you stop fighting reality. And strangely, that is the closest thing to freedom. Not because you have finally been saved, but because you no longer need saving. The search itself has dissolved. The paradox. The ego hears, nothing can save me, and falls into despair. Wisdom hears, nothing needs to save me, and becomes light. Those two sentences, sound almost identical. They produce entirely different lives. Imagine there is a village beside a vast ocean. Since childhood, every person in the village is told the same story. Beyond the sea, there is an island called Forever. Whoever reaches it will never suffer again. No one has seen the island, yet everyone believes it. So they spend their lives building boats. One man says, "My boat is called Love. If I find the perfect woman, we will sail to Forever." He finds her. For a while, the sea is calm. The sunsets are breathtaking. The laughter feels endless. Then storms arrive, misunderstandings, distance, illness, time. He looks around in confusion. This can't be right. I thought love was the island. No, love was a beautiful voyage. It was never forever. Another man builds a boat called Success. I'll become wealthy. I'll build companies. I'll earn respect. Years pass. His boat becomes magnificent. People applaud from the shore. He finally stands on the deck and whispers, "I made it." But that night, he cannot sleep. Now he fears pirates, competition, failure, losing everything. He realizes something strange. His bigger boat created bigger storms. A third man builds a boat named Spirituality. He says, "I've understood the trick. Relationships fail, money fails, I'll meditate my way to forever." Years pass. He becomes peaceful. People call him wise. Then one morning, someone insults him. A tiny ripple appears inside. He immediately thinks, "I must meditate harder." Even spirituality has quietly become another boat. Now, far away from the harbor, an old fisherman watches everyone. He has no impressive boat. People laugh at him. "You'll never reach forever." The old man smiles. There is no island. The village becomes furious. "You are depressing. You've lost hope. You've become cynical." The old fisherman laughs softly. "No, you are angry because I burned your map." One curious child walks toward him. "If there is no forever, then why do you still go to the sea every morning?" The old fisherman looks at the sunrise. "Because the sea is beautiful. I never sailed to arrive. I sailed because sailing is life." The child doesn't fully understand. So the fisherman picks up a handful of water. "Hold this." The child closes his fist tightly. The water escapes. "Hold it gently." The child opens his palm. The water rests there for a moment, reflecting the morning sun, before naturally slipping away. The fisherman smiles. That is everything. Love, youth, money, health, friendship, success, silence. Even this body. The tighter you grasp, the faster it disappears. The gentler you hold, the more completely you experience it. Years later, the child grows old. He never stops sailing. He loves deeply. He works wholeheartedly. He laughs loudly. He cries when grief comes. He meditates when silence calls. But he is no longer searching for forever, because he finally sees the ocean was never taking anything away. It was simply moving, just as waves move, just as clouds move, just as seasons move, just as breath moves. One evening, as the sun disappears into the horizon, someone asks him, "What saved you?" The old sailor smiles. "Nothing. I stopped asking the ocean to become land, and in that moment, I discovered there was never anything wrong with the sea." The quiet truth. The ego spends its whole life searching for an island where nothing changes. Reality is an ocean. You cannot build a boat that escapes the sea. You can only stop demanding that the sea become something it has never promised to be. And the moment that demand ends, you no longer sail to be saved. You simply sail. That is why the statement is not depressing. It is clean. It removes the imaginary island called "one day everything will finally be permanent," and what remains is the only thing that has ever truly existed. This wave, this wind, this sky, this moment. You have spent your entire life standing at the horizon, believing there is one final mountain, one relationship, one achievement, one realization, one version of yourself. You believe that once you stand on that peak, life will finally stop asking anything of you. But look carefully. Every mountain you climbed up became another piece of land. Every destination became another starting point. The horizon kept moving, not because life deceived you, but because the horizon was never a place, it was an idea. The ego survives on this idea. It whispers, just a little more, then you'll be complete, then you'll finally rest. Truth whispers something far more unsettling and far more liberating. There is no final arrival. Not because life is empty, because life is movement. The river never apologizes for flowing. The seasons never apologize for changing. The sky never promises to stay blue. Only the ego demands permanence from a world built on impermanence. The moment you stop asking life to save you, life no longer feels like a problem. You stop treating love as a rescue mission. You stop treating success as a cure. You stop treating spirituality as an escape. You stop treating tomorrow as your savior. And for the first time, you are free to love without clinging, to work without becoming your work, to meditate without trying to become enlightened, to live without waiting to finally begin living. Because perhaps the deepest freedom is not finding something that lasts forever. Perhaps the deepest freedom is seeing that nothing was ever meant to. And once that is seen, nothing needs to be held, nothing needs to be chased, nothing needs to save you. Life is no longer a staircase leading somewhere else. It is simply this step, completely alive, completely enough.